what's up? Welcome to Warrior Rhythm with Hip Hop Lioness Make Noise. Woo. This is a show about women in hip hop coming together to share our opinion, thoughts, and experience in the hip hop game, along with many different topics. Yes. So today we are going to discuss: do we think if men in hip hop are glorifying and taking drugs more than women in hip hop? And I would say this is like more of an awareness, and when you hear most of the songs with male rappers, there do seem to be mentioning about maybe Pop and Molly or whatever, and you rarely hear female rappers mention that. But before we get started with that, I'm pretty sure everyone already heard the news about Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi, along with the 7 other passengers in the helicopter. I can't even speak. Helicopter crash. And we just want to send our condolences to all the families. And it was a sudden death. That's why they said life is too short. So we should cherish every moment. And I just want to say a memory I have of Kobe is actually when I was younger, I used to always watch basketball, especially with my dad. And our favorite team was the Lakers. Even though I'm from New York, I was just like, I feel like the Lakers more. Like, I feel like my LA spirit was at that moment. And just seeing Kobe, like, play and me watching him with my Lakers jersey on, it just felt really special to see him to do something he loved. And that was something I shared with my dad, as I see is something he shared with his daughter. Anyone? I know it's sad, but
I remember when I was younger, and we had the first PlayStation, and the I don't know what it's called. Well, it's 2K now, but at the time it was old.
I think it was live.
And I remember playing with my brother. He always was Lakers, and he always was Kobe. But he was definitely an inspirational man. Thinking back on his journey and how long he was in the game for, like, that's really motivating and inspiring to see when someone took his passion, and I saw something where he said, like, his teachers was telling him, like, you're not gonna be anything doing that basketball stuff, and look how far he made it. Like, he is the GOAT, and he's gonna forever live in our hearts, and he's always gonna be that motivator. And deepest condolences to his family.
definitely.
So I've been playing basketball since the age of 6, and his relationship with his daughter kind of like reminded myself and like with me and my father, because it was every morning wake up 6 a.m. go to the park, like that clip they showed when they was in like their little gym, and it was just so sad. And like when I was in college, I wore number 24 because of Kobe. Like everybody knows that was my favorite player, so it's just like, it's so sad, and it's just a reminder that every day is like, you have to cherish it. Like right now, like this time we're spending together, we just have to cherish it, because once we leave this building or tomorrow, you might not know what may happen, or you might not see your loved ones tomorrow. So my deepest condolences to his family, everyone, his wife, his daughters. Extremely sad, but his legacy will live on. True legend, like, no lie about that. You cannot second guess that. So my condolences.
I don't have a memory because I'm not a basketball fan. I am definitely a football fan. Go Eagles. But it still doesn't stop it from me feeling any type of pain towards it, because at the end of the day, I love hard. And to know a father figure, someone that was actually there, with his daughters all the time. Like, every picture you see, every video you see, his daughters, literally any daughters, right up under his arm, under his wing. And that just shows how much love they had for their own father.
And to go out with his daughter too.
To go out, yeah, man. And they say they found him, when they found him, she was still in his arms.
Yeah.
So, like, just imagine that. So I'm saying that to say that I honestly feel like we should give him a moment of silence, give him, his daughter, and the others a moment of silence, because they deserve it.
Thank you guys for that. Sam, you had anything?
No, y'all said it. There's certain things that you don't gotta talk about.
Yeah.
It's one of those like, it just sucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Well, definitely one of the things that Kobe loves is hip hop. And so what we're going to do today, especially, he always showed that how much he loved women and how he honors and respect. So this is definitely for you, Kobe, and definitely for Gigi and everyone else. And we know you guys are resting well in heaven.
Yes.
So let's rub the crown for that good juju that we
Yes,
are going to
get it in, get it in, get it in. Yes, please.
Yes.
Y'all remember, rub it on your head.
Right.
Get in there.
Gotta get the roof.
Right, get the roots, get in there.
We got the pros popping today.
Right.
Come on.
All right, so here's the topic again I'm going to discuss. Today we will discuss, do we think if men in hip-hop are glorifying and taking drugs more than women in hip-hop? What do you ladies think?
I don't think so. If you really want me to be honest. Alright, it's weird. This topic is alright, so we talked about what's happening with women in hip hop and who's actually becoming popular. And it's the strippers and the people who's popping vaginas. I don't know if you can say those. You get what I'm saying? So like I feel like their context is naturally gonna be just that. Like they're all talking about the same thing anyway. So add drugs in there, it's just like it's not necessary for them to add drugs in there because alright, we understand that they're loose, quote unquote, because feminism and you can really do whatever you want, like sex is whatever. But like society wise I guess they'll be loose. If you add drugs into it, it's kinda like a lose of respect.
Yeah.
If you really want to be honest, because with all of their vagina popping, there's still a form of respect that they tend to have because they're saying, yeah, I'll fornicate with all these people, but they love when I fornicate, and that's the power that women have. And when it comes to this sex game, I guess, that they want to fiend for us, they love us, even though we're the ones who are putting out, they love it. So that's the power in it. So if we say, oh yeah, and I'm popping drugs just to do that, it becomes sloppy and it doesn't become respectable in a sense of it. Yeah. As a man, they're not going to talk about popping their genitals because we don't care about that. I'm sorry for these words. I don't know how to talk on YouTube. I said fornicate, genitals, and vagina. But
right,
like
it's okay,
they're not.
We just put this rated R.
Yeah, just.
This episode we rated R.
I'm sorry, mom. But their context is naturally going to be different. It's not. I don't think it's about them glorifying it, quote unquote, more. It's just they're going to talk about it more because that's not really like. It's not the same. Like I could hear a guy say, "Oh, I pop Molly, cool." But if I hear a girl, "Oh yeah, I pop Molly," I'm gonna be like,
sounds
naturally, and that's bad to
With
say. And that's bad to say because we all supposed to be equal or whatever.
Right.
Like, I think men are different. I think women are different. I think that's why we have a thing, but we're not gonna go into that. But like, it's just a weird respect level that we are at in this point in our day. I don't know. That's take on Sam.
I think this goes back to like back in the day, and like I grew up, like my dad listened to a lot of like Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, like these were drug dealers. So it was just like, they were talking about like selling it, slinging it, and that's how that's what funded them to make that music career happen. And then somewhere along the lines it became okay. Which I mean, in the 10 Commandments, Biggie did say never get high, your own supply. But I don't know if that registered in that following generation.
They skipped it.
And now everybody's getting high, and then it's like
they started bumping the beat.
That's you're like, so again, going back to what you're saying, like females, they do what they do, they're strippers or whatever the case is, and I feel like back then they had reasons to talk about that, like, well, men, so they had reasons to talk about, because that's what they were doing, that's what they were living. Like nowadays, I don't personally know, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but a female that sold drugs, or if she did, like, she was open about it, she was rapping about it. I think nowadays that's what we're going back to, is like everybody's rapping about what they're going through or what they've been through or what they do. I know I'm a storyteller, I like to tell stories about certain things, so it's like if the girl's not taking no drugs and taking no Molly, she's not gonna write about it, she's not gonna spit about it. if she's not selling drugs, she's not gonna write about it, she's not gonna spit about it. Versus nowadays in society, and this might be another conversation, but the industry is so corrupted at this point where it's like, yeah, take these drugs, you're gonna be all right. Your anxiety gonna go away, your stage fright gonna go away. You take these drugs, you're gonna come up with the most creative song ever.
It's natural now. It's not something to be spoken about because it's society. It's
because it's just like being
their
pushed.
day-to-day.
It's being pushed up on us. So it's like now it's all these drugs where, like us, we're in the right headspace to be like, yo, that's not cool. Like, no, nobody's doing that. What? Like, why are we teaching our kids this? But I definitely like it's something I'm glad we did speak about because it is something that I noticed. Like a lot of male artists now, like they'll talk about popping perks and popping this, and I'm like, yo, you doing all that just to get Shorty, and Shorty just over there smoking a blunt, and then she gonna do what she do with you,
Thank you. Like buying $100 like jeans for Shorty with the $10.
With the $10.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same vibes. I think now too it's a little bit weird because now that everybody's dying off these perks,
right.
and dying off these pills, everyone's like, wait, maybe drugs could kill. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like if we wasn't watching those videos where she was like, oh, we don't talk to her, she's ready. You remember those weed videos back in the day where she's like the couch? You get what I'm saying? Like those videos.
She was stuck to the couch.
Stuck to the couch?
Yeah.
All right. Side note. I want to smoke what she was smoking because she said I think it was like Sarah or something in one of those old commercials. I'm sorry, I don't know. And it was just like she became the couch and she was like, oh, she just sits there and just chills there. I'm like, no, just chill with Sarah. Regardless. You gotta watch those videos. But regardless, it's just like, I don't know. People are now stopping because everyone's dying off of it, but at the time it's a little bit too late too because these people are addicted off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when we like 19, 20, people taking perks and all this other stuff because it's cool. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. On some real stuff, at 30 years old, these perks heads are heroin addicts.
Yeah. That's
you get what I'm saying? Like we're growing up to see these popular little kids or whatever becoming real addicts and real society because that's really what happens. You take away the perks, you take away all that other stuff. What's cheaper and what's more accessible? Heroin. You get that's the next step. If you really want to be honest, like, and people say it's not gonna be you, but it is what it is. So, y'all know, stop drugs, kids.
No, I would definitely agree with you. Because when it came to this topic, I was thinking, okay, this is the actual question. Let me answer the actual question. Yes, it is very obvious that male rappers speak on drugs and drinking lean and doing all kind of things all day long because that's their natural habitat. Compared to, like you said, the women are out here on the poles and, you know, doing what they do and with this sugar daddy. Right, but they don't speak on it because majority of their lifestyle is this type of life. Right. So, of course, that's what they're able to be like, okay, I can rap about this, I can say this, I can say that. And without, one, losing respect for themselves, as you said. Two, losing the crowd who's listening. Because you do have women who respect themselves to the point where they won't do certain things. Right. So I think that also comes into play as well. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a couple hip-hop artists, like, for instance, Tokyo Jets. She raps with T.I. and them. So she raps with Hustle Gang. She raps about, you know, every now and then she'll throw in a bar about selling drugs or whatever the case may be. But because that's who she's with. You know what I'm saying? That's the lifestyle that they come with, which means that their audience is listening. T.I.'s audience is listening. Everybody's audience is listening to her. It's a target market, exactly. So she's trying to make sure that, okay, I can still grasp you. I can still grasp you. And I think that also comes into play when it comes to the men on their end, like, because it's such a big thing right now, unfortunately, drugs is a very big thing in society right now. I think that's why they continue to push forward with those type of lyrics. And it's not just one off. No, like there's songs completely about drugs. So it's like, okay, well, is this the only attention span that you're getting because that's what's hot right now? Yeah. Is that what we're talking about because that's what's hot right now? And to go on to what you're talking about, yes, back in the day they used to talk about selling drugs. Right. Now they're talking about doing drugs.
Yeah. It's the addicts' time to talk.
So once we finish with all that, what we talking about now? Hopefully we could go back to the storylines. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hopefully we could take it back to real hip hop. Once everybody realized, okay, this ain't getting us nowhere. Once it's, like J. Cole said, once you stop rapping about what's hot, what you gonna do then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what's next? And I think that's what made it a bigger question for me. Like, okay, so when all of this comes and dies down, what do you have to talk about then? Who's your artist? Who's your audience now? Who's listening to you? Right. Who is it? Because when that child becomes old enough to be like, oh, you know what? I tried it, didn't like it. I don't listen to your music no more because that's all you talk about. Then what?
Then what? Right.
Then what? What is your, how you grasping your audience back? How you pulling them back? And then once again, hopefully, that's when they can take it back to the storyline. Talk about some real stuff.
Right. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be a while until it gets back. Like, I just feel like that's just like R.I.P. Juice WRLD. I wasn't.
Yeah. Seriously.
I know one song from him, but I was in a cab the other day, and the cab driver played his whole album, every song, Papa Perk, Papa Zan, Codeine, every song. I'm depressed. I want to kill myself. Rest in peace to him. Nobody deserves to lose their life, but I just feel like you're putting out this type of lifestyle, and I feel like these people. I love Young Thug, but he talks about it too. But I feel like they could stop talking about it, but I feel like they have like this cult fan base that is just gonna radiate regardless. Yeah, it's like they're waiting for the perk talk. They're waiting for the codeine talk. Like, and it's not just Juice WRLD. It's everybody. Like, even if it's just a one line in there, like, oh yeah, I went to the store and I popped the perk. That's like the thing, and I just feel like it's a certain age group that finds that cool, and they only listen to these songs. They don't like the lyrics. They like the beat and the drug talk. So I hope we do get back to the essence and talking storylines and stuff like that, but I feel like it might take a minute.
I don't feel like we're ever gonna get back. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think we just gotta let go of and that's me saying, because I love 90s. Like, Electric Relaxation is my favorite song since I was 3. Like, it was on the Wayans Brothers. Like, I used to bump it. But I feel like we just gotta let go of the 90s and just kind of hope for a better, because everyone's still like waiting for those. Yeah, everyone's waiting for the past, and it's like, it sucks.
I see what you're saying.
We not there. We never gonna be there. Yeah. The way it's going, we're not going back.
So far
like, we just
off.
gotta. It sucks, but we gotta take what we had. Be like, okay, this is cool for what it was. We have to love the 90s for what it is, and now we have to take what we learned
from it as an inspiration.
From it. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I feel like a lot of people in the industry, it's either now or then. Like, people don't register that there's a future coming up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, we could be respectful for the then. We could be okay for the now, but then grow from what we know about then for the future type stuff.
Because you have to think, like, even back in the 80s, where it was, like, the whole crack epidemic. Right. And, you know...
In the 80s, black baby.
But they, rappers were, talking about that as well. It's like, I feel like we just in this phase right now. This phase that will take some time because it is like the it thing. And then you also have to look at, this is like the age of the internet. Anybody, when I was a kid, if you got bullied, you just got bullied like at that school.
Right.
Now you get bullied after school. Like everybody, somebody all the way across like to the UK knows about it. Now they making fun of you. And it's like, so they're looking at that. So I feel like that music is connecting to all of the depressed kids in this time. So it's like, it's seeking in, and you'd be surprised how many kids today are like so depressed. Even people our age are like so depressed because it's like everything feels like everything just seems like so fake. Or so I just feel like right now is a phase, but a phase that's gonna last like a while.
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, until maybe where people will get tired, and where this might be sad, but until maybe more rappers are gonna and other people are gonna start dying, are gonna just overdose, and then like what happened with the crack epidemic, then they're like, all right, now we really gotta do something because people are just dying left to right now.
Look how fast they changed coke, and I mean, granted, I still think there's something in there, but just look, because look how you know what I'm saying, people was dying left or right from it, and they was like, okay, wait, let's do something about it. So I'll definitely,
because now it becomes more than just you getting caught up for selling drugs. Now you in jail for attempted murder too.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think the conversation is gonna stop about drugs though. I feel like that's really not what. Well, for me, I don't think people are gonna stop talking about drugs. So drugs are always gonna be there. Sad to say, I feel like that's what it is. I think
and they keep evolving.
I think it's more of the glorifying of what it is. You get what I'm saying? So now it's being glorified versus back in the day where it was just like, that's a crackhead. Like,
right.
You don't want to be that guy.
Get right. What I'm
saying? Yeah. Now that crackhead lit. Like,
Now all of a sudden you joking with your friends talking about you a crackhead and everybody's laughing. You couldn't call your friend a crackhead back then.
None of that.
I'll fight you. Like, I think it's more of the fact that we're glorifying it way too much. Because drugs are always going to be there. It's inevitable. I hate that word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But, like, it's just more of the glorifying it. And I feel like I agree with what you say. And it's sad to say that because people just registered that people die off of drugs. Crazy. Like, we didn't know that beforehand. But now that your homies is dead, it's just like, it hits home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for me, I've never had someone that was close to me who went to war. Those videos make me cry, you know, when they come back, it's all sad. But I don't know that feeling until I have my husband or whoever goes over to war come back. Then I'm gonna really feel it type of stuff. So I feel like that's really what's happening in the industry, especially because drugs are like you purse on the table. Like me, I could go outside and get mad drugs. That's how easy it is. Yeah. But it's more about the glorifying it. That's really what we have to fall back in, because there's kids listen to this who hasn't experienced life. We're talking about drugs because we already experienced life. These kids are going into it not knowing what it is. Like when we watched Disney when we were young, we all thought we was gonna fall in love, all that other stuff. Sorry to break it to your kids. It's not that easy. Charming, probably not that charming. I'm just saying, you gotta work through it,
and he gotta have a good personality.
You get what I'm saying? It's not just personality. But I'm just, you gotta remember who's listening, and that's not their fault. Like it's not really their fault. Be like, oh, kids are listening, but kids are listening.
Yeah,
they haven't experienced life. Like that's not your problem. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You just want to make your music. But they listening, bro. Your kids are listening. Your grandkids are listening.
It's kind of like they also helping like the target market, like what you mentioned earlier. Like as far as it goes to like men seem like they mostly talking about it. Yeah. And as far as female rappers, they are too, because a lot of them that's coming into the game are strippers. So it's like you said, their mind is not even on that part. It's like they have their own backstory. So, like,
I feel like they're doing it. I'm not saying that they probably don't. Like,
they probably are.
No, they are.
But I'm not going to say it. That's really what it is. And that's why I said the respect level. Because I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I popped the perk. You know what I'm saying? But if my homeboy is popping perks, then I'm probably popping perks. I'm not saying me, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, that's how it works. I'm just not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So, kids,
say no to drugs.
Please, say no to drugs.
Take them back.
It doesn't make you cool at all.
No.
We sound like old heads.
I know, right?
But nah, it's facts. Like, I don't even know, bro. People get stupid off this stuff. It's not even cool. Like, you stupid. It's not.
No, it's like a feeling. It's like certain feelings that you just don't want to feel.
On some real stuff, you don't want other people to be controlling you. So once you want that stuff, you're giving other people the possibility to take over whatever you got in life.
Speak on it.
You get what I'm saying? So if you want other people to control you, by all means. At that point, I'm not your mother.
I'm not your mother.
But be real with yourself. We don't want that. We don't want that society.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Not thinking that it's cool because it's not.
Yes.
Right.
Need it. All right, so since this is Wednesday, you know what that time is. Women Crush Wednesday.
Yes.
And since it's Women Crush Wednesday, I have such a great, beautiful crush on all of these ladies
Look
right
at my
here.
ladies. Look at my Valentine's.
So, right, me, myself, and I am Red Autumn from Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm gonna say where I'm from first, and I'm gonna let you know what I do. I am a rapper, a songwriter. I dance as well, and I'm gonna wish it over here.
So I'm originally from Harlem. I live in Brooklyn right now. Don't rap Brooklyn, but I live in Brooklyn. But I am a poet. I write songs on the low. Y'all might hear something later.
Okay.
Ooh, alright. I'm Majorwayy. I'm a female MC from the LIDNESS, Lower East Side. You ready?
Majorwayy.
Sam, audio engineer. Music. See, I had a brain fart. My stuff is always clean. All right, who am I again? Sam, audio engineer, music producer. Let me know what you need.
Yes.
Got you.
And is it on me?
Yeah.
And I'm Fancy. I rap Queens, rapper, songwriter, singer a little bit. I could do a little something.
Just a little harmonized.
It's a little something.
It's gonna be damn that girl can sing.
Like, switch it up really quick.
I'm not gonna sing though.
No.
Oh, no,
Not
you're
that
not.
girl. Not that girl. Not that girl. The other one.
So, since this is Women Crush Wednesday, I'd like to introduce a topic that is called what, ladies?
All hail the queen!
Yes, this week queen is Monie Love. For those who don't know, I just want to rep her as this lady right here. Let me give you a background on Monie Love really quick. Monie Love is a dope female MC who got her start back in her hometown of London in 1987 when she joined Just Bad Productions. With Just Bad Production, Love would release some singles which gained interest in the UK top charts, which led her to introduced by the legendary crew called Native Tongue. Native Tongue included hip-hop acts such as Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, Queen Latifah, A Tribe Called Quest, and Prince Paul. Monie Love was part of that crew, so if you guys might remember who she is. So, Monie's debut album, Down to Earth, was released on November 6, 1990, where she had charted tracks such as Monie in the Middle, It's a Shame, My Sister, and the classic collaboration with no other Queen Latifah, which is called Ladies First. Love had another success charted single called Full Term Love, which was featured in the movie Class Act on their soundtrack. Today, Monie Love is a radio personality and is still one of the best female rappers to help to bring women empowerment and self-love. Not only did she break boundaries for the UK rappers to become a household name worldwide, but she showed that women are just important as men.
Yes.
So, there's a little section that I like to do where it's we like to rap a little something from these beautiful ladies to showcase their skills. If I mess up, excuse me, because these are not my bars. So, this is Monie Love, her first verse off of Ladies First. Excuse me, but I think I'm about to get the perception what I am about to do. Conversation to the folks that will have no whatever clue. So listen very carefully while I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 hyper, happy, overjoyed. Pleased with the beats and the rhymes my sister have employed. Slick, smooth, throwing down the sound, totally a yes. Let's state the position, ladies first. Yes, yes. That's Monie Love right there. So, all due hail the queen to Monie Love.
Yes, all hail the queen.
Yes.
I did a what's that when they do with the
A
skirt?
curtsy?
That's right. And then I turn around and everybody's like this. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be.
I saw Major too. I was like, that's dope. I'm
I'm over here like,
If you look at the footage, you won't see me like this.
I'm over here like. Oh, that's what we're doing.
They know what time it is. You just hear what
See, Monie, that's for you. That's for you right there. All right, so our next segment is called
Damn, that girl can spit.
Oh,
No, but that was a good take.
So this is the part where we showcase our talent, show you guys that we can spit bars too, not just the fellas. So as always, I'm gonna start it off, and I'm gonna switch it over to my girl Majorwayy. All right. Survival of the fittest. something to witness. Get your paycheck, rule the world, let them know you nothing to mess with. Calculate my attitude, because I'm a warrior, my mind, my power, my high. Something you can't deny, something you can't define. Trying to take what's mine, not gonna happen in hindsight, because I'm a boss. A boss of my own damn living. Strong in a life for what a feeling, not dealing with the but what is real? Yeah, let me pass it to Majorwayy. What you got? Let me pass it to Majorwayy. What you got?
I said, you dudes are the worst with your chains fitting game, calling me Ayo Ma. But you know I got a name and you keep on testing, and these dudes keep requesting on my body like a surgeon. I'ma keep these dudes guessing, investing in on myself, loyalty, success, and wealth. I'm an independent queen, that means I do it by myself, for myself, and it's all about me. 2020, the vision's clear, it's here. Never scared to face the fear.
Told you.
Next,
Yes.
I'm next.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, look, they say that I'm tactical. Got a gift at rapping, put a bow on my body. Don't need your opinion, ain't asking you. Keep your eyes to yourself. Got a man, he like drama, I'm snotty. I got a little attitude, Shadyville raised, but I give him the boost, so they swearing that fancy from Baton Rouge. Got my dogs with me if they let me at them. I ain't nothing like Scrappy Dappy do. I'm bearing with gifts, punchlines, metaphors, similes. Yeah, you know I'm finna throw a fit. Who better? Nobody. You kidding me? To the T like I talk with a lisp. Nah, I know we can't coexist. Every time I get to spitting like this, heads turn. I could cause an exorcist.
Hey. Damn, that girl can sing. And you know, you gotta end it with the poetry. However, this particular time, I'm gonna do a little different. I know last time I did a little different too. I special a little rap real quick, little hip hop record. But I'm trying to play with some flavors right now. I'm writing this little song. I can't sing, so don't make fun of me. But I'm definitely gonna sing a few of my lyrics, and hopefully you guys like it, and hopefully I can get a singer that's like, yo, put me on, you heard? So this is how it goes. You took my heart, then you broke it, so you lied. My feelings, they never mattered on which place to side. Can't believe that you hurt me, can't believe that I've cried. You told me forever, but forever's a lifetime. I gave you me, that's everything that I had. Did my best and forgave you for our past. My heart is heavy and my mind is running fast. Cause this was the last time, I ain't coming back. And that's all I'm gonna give you.
Who broke your heart? Who did it?
Go there, yo.
I appreciate y'all, but that's like a little snippet, something I'm trying to do different things. So hopefully I can write a little song somebody can harmonize to real quick.
Oh, I mean, I know a bunch of singers too.
Yeah, I know a
That'd be
few.
perfect.
Got you. See?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I would like to thank everyone. We all like to thank everyone for stopping by a Warrior Rhythm, checking us out, keep supporting us.
Yes.
Thanks to everyone that's been giving us like really good feedback. You've been saying that we need a show like this. Well, it's here. We got it for you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Right? So remember, everyone is a king and queen. But today, the queens have spoken.
Yes.
Be a warrior. Come back on Wednesdays for us.
Come back on Wednesday.
Subscribe.
Yes.